A voyaging ship was wrecked during a storm at sea, and only two of the men on it were able to swim to a small desert like island. The two survivors, who have been good friends, not knowing what else to do, agreed that they had no other recourse but to pray to God. However, to find out whose prayer was more powerful, they agreed to divide the territory between them and stay on opposite sides of the island. The first thing they prayed was for food. The next morning, the first man saw a fruit-bearing tree on his side of the island, and he was able to eat its fruits. The other man's parcel of the land remained barren. After a week, the first man was of course lonely, and he decided to pray for a wife. The next day, another ship was wrecked, and the only survivor was a woman who swam to his side of the island. On the other side of the island, there was nothing. Soon, the first man prayed for a house, clothes, more food. The next day, like magic, all of these were given to him. However, the second man still had nothing. Finally, the first man prayed for a ship so that he and his wife could leave the island. In the morning, he found a ship docked at his side of the island. The first man boarded the ship with his wife and decided to leave the second man on the island. He considered the other man unworthy to receive God's blessing since none of his prayer had been answered. As the ship was about to leave, the first man heard a God's voice from heaven booming, "Why are you leaving your companion on the island? My blessings are mine alone, since I was the one who prayed for them. His prayers were all unanswered, and so he does not deserve anything." The first man answered, "You are mistaken." The God rebuked him. "He had only one prayer, which I answered. If not for that, you would not have received any of my blessings." "Tell me," the first man asked God, "what did he pray?" "He prayed that all your prayers be answered," God replied. Moral: for all we know, our blessings are not the fruits of our prayer alone, but those of another praying for us. Value your friends. Don't leave your loved one behind.